Hi, everyone. Hey, Paul the Gregley. Hey, you're going to like this Facebook Live. It's called Creating a Miracle Team. And it's probably one of my favorite subjects because I'm a firm believer that a team is a lot stronger than an individual. And I'm going to list some bullet points, 4 of them, to make you understand what it takes to create a winning team. And in psychology, they say for every negative person, it affects 12 positive people. So when you have a negative person on your team, usually when someone settles in, usually when someone takes advantage of the situation, they kind of like do what they want, when they want, whenever they want, and whom they want. It changes the perspective of the culture. And sometimes we do have to understand them, I do agree. However, but if they're not bringing a positive influence with your team, and they're not taking your team to the next level, and you're not growing exponentially, and you're not winning every single year when you look at your financials. Don't forget, there's a lot of components to running a business. People think it's easy. It's not. And the bigger you get, the more complicated it gets, the more people you got to add on to your team. So how do we create a miracle winning team? Okay, number one, you got to improve your plan. This is something that you should talk about in your staff meetings. How can they improve their plan? What are they doing right? What are they doing wrong? It could be in a lot of different categories. It could be their career. It could be their communication. It could be their understanding. It could be listening. It could be a variety of things within the organization, but they need an improvement plan, and they need to look at their improvement plan every 6 months, or I should say every year, when they set their goals. You know, what direction do they want to take? You know, it could be as simple as like reading 15 minutes a day, taking notes, reviewing your notes. I think that's kind of important. And you all know this. It's a lot easier said than done. Everybody talks about a good game and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, but a lot of people don't put it into the action. They let a lot of this information die on their lips and it never goes from point A to point B. Number 2, concentration. And, you know, it's not all about getting it done in a certain amount of time. I think what's important is you finish. Okay, and then you prepare for what you're doing as far as what you're concentrating on. That's extremely important. Number 3, composure. You know, what is your composure? Okay, so I'll give you some bullet points when we talk about this. You know, are you in reactive mood all the time? Usually if you don't feel good mentally and physically, you're going to react and you're going to say things to try to protect your disposition, try to protect your answer. I think that's kind of important. One of the things that I'm constantly and continuously working on is my patience. And you got to have patience. If you don't have patience, the game is over, because patience equals understanding of what you're doing. And I think that's really important. So you've got to listen, and you've got to have patience, and you've got to understand. I think that's really important. Number 4, if you put these all together, it's all it is. And I said this to you from the very beginning, and I said this to you in many of my Facebook Live seminars. That's all it is a confidence game. If you look at any successful person, they have confidence. And they have confidence, they have the ability, they take chances, they take risks, but they have confidence in what they're doing. Keep that in mind, all right? Follow through on keeping your head high. Keep your head high. You know, when you don't feel like you want to do something, that's the time you really got to feel like it, unless you're physically exhausted. And sometimes we get to that level, okay? Don't defeat yourself. And I want to repeat that. Don't defeat yourself. A lot of us self-destruct. A lot of us get defeated. A lot of us have setbacks and obstacles. Hey, listen, when you're successful, you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have failures. But the key is to learn from that mistake and to carry on. And that's really the key. What can I learn from this? That's really, really important. Instead of beating yourself up, you got to ask yourself what you can learn from it. And never stop learning. Number 1, I'm a student every day of my life. And number 2, never stop training. I hope this is helpful. I'll talk to you later. Have a great week. Have a great month. And share this with as many people as possible. And yes, we got a lot of good specials coming up for Thanksgiving and Christmas and all the holidays. So check it out. You can call my wife Lauren, and you'll see her number on the bottom of the screen. www.thegrigley.com. Have a great day, and we really appreciate you listening. Take care. Bye-bye.